Good afternoon and welcome to X Factor. Tonight we... no, wrong show. Okay. What show is it this time? Oh, it's a Synth Geekery, and it's for Ranzee. So while Ranzee is away, we are dancing on the table. We are the mices.
Sorry, I was still sorting out my headphones. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Sorry about that.
Okay, Ranzee is camping, so we are
check on two.
Celebrating.
Sounds good, Chris.
We miss Ranzee because he knows what the show is about, and we know nothing. But we will try. We will start as usual with our guests and hear how their week has been. So shall we start with you, Ian?
Okay. Hi everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. What's my week? I spent most of this week working on finishing off some tracks for our latest release, which we released yesterday, which is The End of Sky. So that's 5 short stories, and then I've done another 5 tracks based around those short stories, which are just instrumentals. That's available now on Bandcamp. So, oh sorry, my phone's on. Plug over. It's through March. It's half price, so it's £4 instead of £7. What else have I done? Last night I played at the Wells EMOM with the Terror for the first time. That was a really good night. It's great fun. I videoed it also. At some point in the future there will be a video of that available. And lastly this week, today I released the Audiophile radio show. So it's been a good week really. Lots going on. I mean, when I was working on these tracks earlier in the week, one track just took me forever. It took me about a whole day. And I was there working till midnight working on it, just trying to get it finished really, because I wanted it out for obviously yesterday. But it was one of those things that it just wouldn't. I couldn't just nail it. Okay. So I kept, messing around with it, changing bits, adding bits, re-recording bits, playing a new bit. It went. I mean, anyway, I got there, and I was really happy with it at the end. But no, it was a good week really.
That's nice. Chris, how has your week been?
Yes, no, it's been a week a bit like last week. Mum's been at home recovering from her hospital stay, taking a bit longer than we'd hoped to recover. So I've been helping out quite a bit there, and Dad as well, because he's not used to running the household, so we have to go and run it together. Yeah. Apart from that, let's see. Well, I'll click this button here, and I've been my Blue Lantern module Astro Snare arrived. So and I found a little pocket in my studio between the 2 little bits that you normally see on the stream to fit some drum modules in a little rack there. So that's plugged in. I haven't had a lot of time to play with it though, because I've been busy doing other things. I'll just turn my phone on again because it's switched off. Yes, I may have ordered some gear that I shouldn't have. But there is an upside. I found some space today in the studio to put gear. So now that doesn't mean I've caught up with the amount of gear that I've got for the amount of space that I have. Long way away from that, but a few less things precariously balanced is what I'm sort of aiming for. But yeah, not exactly going to be in a situation where everything's plugged in and working. Going to need the most enormous interface if I want to do that, and cables going everywhere. And every time I do that kind of deal, set up studio, I end up not using it because it was exhausting putting it together, and then forgetting how it was all put together and having to rip it all out and start again with just 1 or 2 instruments. So I've learnt my lesson. Only work with 4 or 5 different bits of gear at a time. Considering the modular as one piece of gear, yes, I know it's cheap. But yep. So the other, my sister had an operation this week as well. As I said, we've had a really busy couple of weeks. My air conditioner died. Fortunately, it's been a little bit cooler, but Australian summers, you don't want to be without an air conditioner. So I've been working in here as long as I can, and then I'm out into where the air conditioning part of the house is. Makeshift modular business. I sold a module this week, which is always good.
Yay!
I helped a customer get his firmware updated in his GP82. Another win.
Yay!
Yes, I've been building the new mixer, and I've been building the new mixer and testing the new mixer, and at this point in time,
yay!
It's looking like it's working quite well. So that's good. It didn't majorly stuff up anything, at least nothing that I didn't already know I'd stuffed up. So yeah, that doesn't count, does it? I've got to do the light display and stuff like that, but that's the fun stuff. I'll leave that for when I actually have time to do fun stuff. So anything else in the workshop? New mixer, testing. I got a little bit more done in the Trexie. The firmware is now the module's now beginning to come alive again and look like an actual module rather than an lab experiment. It's actually looking like it's like a product, which is usually a good sign. That means we're getting closer to the end. So hopefully not much longer on that one. That'll be good. Because it'd be good fun to show you guys just what the heck I've been working on. Although it's one of those ones where sometimes it's harder to show something that's more hearing it or explaining it. Anyway, we'll work that out later. Yep, that's pretty much been my week. And prepping for the show.
Yeah.
Which I hope to give you. So, yes, hope everyone's well.
Yeah, in fact, I missed Darren's. We need a weather watch, don't we? The weather here in the UK is actually it's on. I think is it tomorrow the first day of spring here? I'm not quite sure. Anyway, we've got the sun. It's actually quite warm in the sun. It's bloody cold when you're out of the sun, but actually it's lovely in the sun today. So no more rain, please, England.
No rain, please. We're British.
Yeah, we don't like the rain.
You're supposed to like the rain.
No, we're not. No, that's a fallacy. We do not like the. We love fish and chips. We love Yorkshire pudding. We don't like the rain, but we do like talking about the weather. So, that is the national pastime.
I just discovered that this year it's 45 years since I tasted haggis for the first time and last.
Yeah, I was going to say I would never. I don't think I'd go there.
Yeah, well, I was in Scotland back then. I remember St. Helena was erupting and all that. 1980.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Andy, how has your week been?
Well, yesterday actually, it was up to 77 degrees. So
wow,
unusual weather. It was cloudy, but it suddenly got really, really warm. So I was out collecting water samples for my micro attic thing. I did a stream last night. Didn't really find much. I was doing a survey for a friend who wanted to know what was in this local lake at this park that they take kids to do science projects and stuff. So I haven't given up yet. I still have the samples. I'll try another maybe tonight or tomorrow night to see if I find anything interesting. But so far I found almost nothing cool or interesting. But it was worth trying anyway. So that's up on my micro attic channel if you guys didn't see it. I did a preamble stream of the video I had to shoot yesterday because there's no signal at that place. It's 15 minutes away from Palo Alto, up in the hills.
Wow. And
there's no cell service whatsoever. So I'm like, great, I'll just shoot a local video and do a premiere video. So I did that last night, which is kind of silly. But there are lots of birds and lots of cool nature shots and stuff. So if you like that stuff, you can check that out. And this week started kind of weird because I've missed a few hardware jams here and they're just being busy. And I was all ready to upload it and I had some tech issues and I just missed the cutoff. They have a hard cutoff now. So if I'm almost late, instead of being the last person, I don't get to be in it at all. So I still posted it on Facebook and I still posted it on my channel. It was a periodic table challenge thing. So that was kind of fun. It was kind of like a pseudo speed metal hard rock kind of thing. So it was kind of something Wagyu might probably like, or maybe not. We'll see. Other than that, I'm trying to think. Just keeping busy doing all kinds of nonsense, but happy to be here. So I'm just trying to wake up. I only got about 3 hours sleep, so I'm kind of out of it. But I will muster.
Good man.
What a trooper.
Yes.
Okay. And I also have to say welcome to the chatters. Let's see who came first.
Oh, sorry. One more thing. I did
Yeah?
pick up something. I'm pretty broke lately, but I had a thing I couldn't resist. I got a circuit tracks to play with, so it's pretty nice actually.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
Because I always fancied. I mean, I like this. I love the circuit. I quite fancy a circuit track.
It's nice. It has probability. It has
Yeah.
lots of exotic scales and more controls than the regular circuit has. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before I go to the chatters, I lost my daddy the day before the American president got his seat.
Sorry about that, Henry.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, but it was expected, and we had a long goodbye. He was sleeping the last 8 or 9 days, and 2 days before he died on Sunday, and on the Friday he woke up while we were there, and
Oh, wow.
and we had a great talk about what was
that's
happening,
awesome.
and we didn't say goodbye, but we said it was
Yeah.
the end, and he understood. He didn't feel like it was the end, but when we told him he had been sleeping for a week and all that stuff, and didn't eat and drink, and then he understood. So, but it was a relief that it happened, because it had been a hard time, a hard half year, and now we miss him
Yeah. Of
deeply.
course.
Of course. Yeah.
So, but it is as it is, and I'm okay with it. I have situations all the time where I remember him, things I used to save when I was online and seeing things about the history of Copenhagen, for example. I used to save it under a folder for him, and all that stuff. It keeps reminding me, but it's okay. And yeah, he was a good guy, and a lot of
You
people
never forget
came
anything
in
about
the
them. My
church.
mom died in 1993, and you never forget anything about him. So
No.
Yeah.
And that's why I haven't been streaming for more than a month. But now I'm on again. This time.
Yeah.
It's
First
great
time
to
today.
see.
Yeah.
It's great to see you, Henry.
Thanks.
Put it that way.
Thanks. But I'm okay.
I'm sure
okay.
the chatties will feel the same way.
Yeah. About the chatters. Oh no! I forgot one thing. I also ordered something. And for the first time in years, it's Eurorack. Yeah. I ordered the Marguerite Lanikia. Yeah, I'm very excited about it.
Nice.
I haven't played it yet because I just ordered it, but I'm looking forward to it. So, okay. The chatters. The first chatter today I can see here is Ken Spong. He was an hour early. So, and then the breathalyzer. Oh, Sean. Yeah. And Wagoo and Deafman Walking. Chris. Mike Shifter, Steve Ward, Matt Brown, Lady Aptitude, TJ Trackerjack, and let's see. I hope I see everybody in this list. Yeah, Andy is there too. Synthetic.
Yeah, I poke him every once in a while.
Dead Man Walking, Ranzee, which is not Ranzee, it's me, because every time I post from the StreamYard here, it will be posted as Ranzee. So it's me. Ranzee is not here today. He's camping and he's having fun with the family. So that's why he's not here.
I hope he doesn't have all the drama he had last time we went camping.
Oh yeah.
That was awful. Poor guy, poor doggy.
In the chat, there's also Ian, of course, and Practice Process. I don't know who that is, but he's welcome. And let's see, Jim is there, James Glue. Have I been through all? Darren is there. I hope Darren will get on.
He's just said he's offline, so he's struggling. He's got no internet, so he's only got chat. So
okay. I feared I didn't send the link, or was the link
like
for the Tonight Show. I don't. I've sent out a lot of links, and I hope I've sent the right ones to the right people.
Well, you see, I seem to get all the right things, Henrick, from you. So.
Me too.
Great.
So it's a good sign.
I made a mistake today on Ranzee's Discord channel where I posted something to Chris. I thought it was Chris who wrote it, and it was public and shouldn't be public. I deleted it again, so I hope nobody saw it. But if they saw it, they will recognize it later.
That's an advantage of going on the Discord. Maybe you'll see an accidental message from Henrick.
Yeah. JP Page 2 is here too, and Half God, Half Beast. I used to call him half and half. The Wookiee is here, and I think I'm through. Oh, there's still a lot here. Dead Man Walking, I think I mentioned him before. Asherhead is here, and that's about it, I think. Let's see. It's a long list. Yeah, that's about it.
You don't have to read them all. You know who you are.
Yeah. Reminds me, I have to find my hearing aid. I haven't taken it on. I'll do that later. First, we have to go to the next section on the Synth Geekery show. Okay, there's a few here. Let's start with this one. And this one, it's not synthesizers, I know.
It's musical though.
But I think it was good.
Do like that.
That's good.
Oh, that's a good one, yeah.
Yeah. And
yes. Should be a cue.
and this one. I did take the credit for it, but I didn't draw it. I only inserted the text.
Very good. 2040.
Yeah.
Not that old
this one.
chestnut.
It has to be on for a while.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
So, chatters, which one do you think is the best one? Let us know.
Like the psychologist one. That's a good one.
Yeah, I think I'll go with the
Yeah.
psychologist one as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Are they in the room? Are they in the room now?
They're always in the room.
Mm.
Yeah.
My audience is always watching.
There are some different suggestions. FM therapist, warranty. Tracker Jack says rewind. Does he want me to rewind and play them all again? And FM is also mentioned. Italica. Everything is mentioned.
Ranzee, yeah.
Except mine. One is mentioned.
Yeah.
But usually it's mine that doesn't get mentioned. And it's okay. That's part of the fun. Let's see. Who's the winner? Who will you say
tell.
is the winner?
There's more. I think there's more for the therapist than.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it might be right. Yeah, that's at least 3.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, the
I'll add
therapist.
one to that. And yeah, I think the therapist may have to win the Guernsey.
Yeah.
The yellow Guernsey. There's 2.
Okay, let's say so. And move on to the next. Let's see. And let's see. It's not the easiest thing to make a show like this on StreamYard. It's not just buttons. It's a list you have to go through with everything. Okay, let's take the next one. And the first one here, and it's Chris who is going to talk about it, is this one.
I'm going to talk about it. Okay, so welcome to the news, where we read the news, we watch the news so that you don't have to. This is the Grayscale Helix, which is a eurorack module. What is it? Well, someone's taken the old macro oscillator mutable instruments plates and put it on steroids. It incorporates all the original 24 algorithms for Platts 1.2 and introduces a new lo-fi oscillator for bit and sample rate reduction. Has enhanced features such as a pitch quantizer. That's something that's always been, people have complained about having a pitch quantizer. In fact, I think someone complained about it just last week. With 35. Yes. Yes, who might that be? It's a pitch quantizer with 35 scales. It has parameter randomization, so that could be a bit of fun. It has an internal modulation bus now, so you can start cross-modulating things within the module, which the original didn't have, and dedicated controls for amplifier and envelope settings. The module is 18HP format and provides comprehensive synthesis voice and expanded creative possibilities. Shall we roll? Oh, it's actually, I think I have to roll the video, don't I, Henrick? Shall I do that now? Let's have a look.
Hang on. You can roll the video.
I think if you put me on full screen, yep. I've just got to work out where it is. There it is. And I just do that. Okay. Tell me guys if you can hear this.
Yeah.
Well, you get the idea anyway.
That's the
It's,
modular equivalent of the band tuning.
Not so much a demo
I
video.
want to say it
as,
sounds very
telling you the
experimental.
features, but yeah, it is, isn't it? It's it does sound a bit that way.
You're just trying to get me to
they're
your
kind
right
of showing
now,
off
aren't you?
that particular, I think, the sort of randomization. I'm not a pusher.
Yeah.
Anyway, am I covered? Is the screen covered at the moment by this massive Helix mod image at the
yeah.
moment for you guys as well?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
thanks. Sorry. Yeah, so
Yeah,
you're going to have to watch that.
It's because I haven't. One of my hearing aids are dead, and I'm fighting with that at the same time.
Yeah, fair enough.
So I'm not.
That explains that.
Both listening
I'll
and,
just-
and watching.
I'll just mention when something's looking a bit wrong, and we'll work it out. Okay,
But
so
when did I put the picture on again?
sort of 3/4 of the way through the video.
Damn you. Damn me. Do you want to show it again?
It didn't. No, it's mainly a hearing thing, and it was pretty much just talking about the features I just mentioned. But this would be a good time for me to just, if you could go back to that thumbnail again, the image that I told you to take away.
Yeah.
It's probably a good time for me to tell you the differences between the Helix and the Platts in summary. So the Helix is 18 HP, whereas the original Platts was 12. The number of algorithms is one more. It's 25 instead of 24. The display on the Helix, as you can see, is an LED matrix. They don't really explain exactly how that's better, but I guess it displays characters. It kind of looks like it is there, doesn't it? It has 10 inputs instead of the 8 from the original Platts, and it has extra 2 outputs. It's got an aux output, I think. That's what's new. Well, no, hang on, the original definitely had an aux output. Oh, maybe one of the envelopes has an output. Doesn't say in this little summary, I'm sorry. It has extra decay knobs. Yeah, amplitude and envelope knobs, which is new. An envelope decay CV control over the envelope decay, CV control over the envelope and end of decay output, modulation bus control, pitch quantizer, as we mentioned, parameter randomization. It's a little bit hungrier than the original in terms, it's only 70 milliamps instead of 50. Oh, that's going to break the bank. 70 milliamps. I don't know if I can handle that. Yeah, not a lot. So, cute. I should probably tell you the price though, shouldn't I? Hang on. Let me open my spreadsheet. It is $399 US, so it's not the cheapest of modules, but it is quite an advancement upon the original Platts. And if you've been in love with your Platts for years, maybe you're looking for an upgrade. Don't know. Not me. I just got one.
Yeah, I have a micro flat, so I'm happy with that. So.
I'm just starting that journey. So we
the little
cool.
matrix screen.
Can we go back
reminds me
to
of the
everyone
Patrick sequencer.
again?
Have you seen that?
Henrick, please.
You know the
Yeah.
Patrick sequencer.
I have some dropouts here, so I don't know what's happening. It's not as it used to be. But Andy, what were you saying?
I was just saying the little matrix LED deal there. It looks like the same one they used in the Patrick sequencer. I forgot the name of it. The same guys make the phenol. They make a modular sequencer that has that little matrix screen on it.
Matrix, yeah. It's a smaller one though than the one I'm used to seeing. But yeah, I know what you mean. Yep. It's quite an attractive looking module. It's available obviously in grey and white for people who like white in their module. Wasn't there that guy that has an entire white case and it's just all white modules?
Andrew Huang.
Is that Mr. Andrew Huang? Of course,
Yes.
Mr. Huang.
It's like $20,000 of the modules at least. So
Yeah. Well, some people can afford that. That's
He's
good for
got the
them.
money.
that kind of the case he put it in, the custom case.
Cool. So this doesn't want to get you into modular though, Ian. Not quite yet.
Absolutely.
Don't worry. I'm
Not
sure
gonna
there'll be
happen.
something in the. There might be something in the news for you. Don't know.
Oh,
Okay, so shall we go to the next news slide, Henrick? Okay, and I'll just try and get my little title up. I don't really need to yet, but that one, yes, so I've got the same thing behind me. So this is from a company, it's a Chinese company, not Grayscale Helix, sorry, better fix that first. Grayscale text. Is that coming from me? It is coming from me, isn't it? No, that's me. Okay. Text. So that is definitely coming from me? It is, isn't it? Okay, yeah. Sorry about that. I'll work this out. It's a lot easier when you're doing it not in front of an audience, I'll tell you that much. Okay, so Synso. Synso is the company. It's not exactly a name that rolls off the tongue for me, I'm afraid. But they're sold through a crowd called Sonic Seed, which you may have heard of. This is a desktop module. It's also a eurorack module. I've shown the eurorack module here, but they're virtually identical, just basically missing holes in the top and the bottom on the standard one. This is... And let me have a look. Synso Touch Flower 3. So this is a touch controller and synthesizer. Let me grab the right prompts. Yes. So these guys are an innovative touch-sensitive eurorack synthesizer module or desktop. Dynamic waveform control, FM vibrato, a real-time chord generation. It features an intuitive interface with multi-mode selection, allowing users to shape complex harmonic structures and explore diverse sonic landscapes. The module's touchpads enable expressive performance by generating chord tones randomized across multiple octaves, resulting in organic and evolving soundscapes. It's apparently a new version. This was a version out this before, 1 and 2. This is version 3. This version has improved touchpad functionality. It's four touchpad sensitive pads. 3rd, 5th, 7th to select the chords. Randomized out spanning 3 octaves and a perfect 5th for dynamic harmonic textures. Has an expanded waveform selection, so it cycles through various waveforms including square, sine, sawtooth, mixed combinations, and the ability to toggle FM vibrato. Now if this is sounding a little bit rudimentary, it's because this is how their website was written. It's a bit, you know, we have cover all sorts of different levels of knowledge here, but so this one's probably aimed at sort of the musician getting into this kind of stuff, so nothing wrong with that. It has an enhanced chord and root note menus and access a variety of chord types and major triads, major, minor chords, gen 7 chords, and adjustable root notes for versatile harmonic exploration. Why don't we shoot the video out? Let's have a look. Doom, 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 doom. Okay. Waiting for it now. Screen, I do not. You can hear it. I just got to pause that until I can actually get it visible. So we'll take that away and yes. I'll shut up now. Okay, guys, sorry, I turned down the microphone manually because I have to do that in this current audio setup. I just stopped it there because I think we've seen enough. So, yes. What do we think of this kind of beastie? Is this floating a boat at all, Ian, or is it sounding a bit rudimentary?
Not at all. Well, it does sound very rudimentary. Maybe there's more in there, but it did sound a bit.
That's what I wondered.
A bit basic, you know. I mean, you can get that. You can get that from the Terra. You can get it from a Lyra. You know, very simple sort of tones, really. How much is it?
That's a good question. It is. It's only 139 British pounds, 175 euros.
Somebody
so
wanting to get into start to draw stuff to start.
It is.
Then it's cheap, isn't it?
These guys are pretty cheap. For the next products we're going to show as well are also pretty similarly keenly priced as well.
I'm assuming it hasn't got any effects.
Doesn't talk about any effects.
I mean, I would want to start sticking it through a lot of pedals.
Yeah, it is one of those instruments that seems to me sort of like the starting point for a rig with, you know, multiple pedals, and
you might be better off with something like a Plinky. It's a bit more sophisticated than this, really. You know, you have to build it yourself, don't you?
Yeah. Sorry, Andy, we can't hear. You're muted, Andy. Unless Henrick has muted you.
No, sorry, the thing triggered my mute thing on this dumb thing. Sorry.
Yeah.
It reminds me in simplicity of the Alesis air synth, where you have like an air synth, you have like plus over the sensor, you have these 4 zones.
Yeah.
And you can vary it a little bit. It has some pretty simple sounds in it, so it kind of reminds me of that a little bit, but not too amazing, really.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's. I mean, I think they're just starting out, or they seem to be just starting out. Because
would it? So I was just going to say, would it work better than as a Eurorack module?
Probably.
Because you've got other things in it. Sorry, Andy.
You don't want to reach out like that. You'd be in a
it wants to be down, doesn't it?
Yeah. That's funny. I feel the same way about a lot of touch controllers. Actually, myself having them in Eurorack, it doesn't really work for me in my workflow because my modules tend to be quite far away. Because if you have them really close to you, you end up with a lot of patch cables in your lap. So I tend to want a bit of distance there, and that's when things start to get out of.
Suzanne Ciani uses that touch controller, doesn't she, with her modular? I can't remember what it's called, but it's got different interfaces that you can use. I remember seeing that when she invited us up to have a look at a rig once at one of the gigs I went to, which was great, really. You know, but other touch controllers are, you know, available.
Yeah, I was kind of expecting a bit more in from the description. In when I watched the video, I was a little bit underwhelmed as well.
Yeah, Tracker Jack says
sonically
maybe it was a poor video. I mean, it could. It could have sell it. Did they?
Could have been. You never know.
Price is good.
But we'll watch the space. It is up to version 3, so. Maybe someone's heard of it before.
I don't know whether she does use the Buchla thing. I've seen it with this sort of, it's like a little iPad thing, but it's a non-traditional interface that Susan Ciani uses.
She does use an iPad for stuff.
Is it when I saw it,
Animoog and some other stuff. So
this was like I can't remember what it's called.
She loves
it an anamorphic interface or something like that. I've seen it. I've seen other people use it, and I know you can peel off the actual. You can put a keyboard on it if you wanted to, and things like that. I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, you're talking about the discontinued item. I have one of those. It's Sensomorph.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
there's also Jouet. Jouet is one that's still on the market.
Yeah, she was using that when I saw, but that was over a year ago.
Morph is excellent, but they stopped making it, unfortunately. So I have one. I gotta bust it out one of these days.
Yeah.
So.
Okie dokie. Can we have the next news item, I think, Henrick? Okay, so this is the same company, and this is a different set of eurorack only modules this time. What we have is 3 different modules with a very similar sort of design style and philosophy, namely that it's called the Step series. Basically what they are is a step sequencer partnered with some kind of sound generation. So the first one we got is a step drum, which I'll just read out the spiel, shall I? Hang on a second.
Yeah, go for it.
We'll get there. The step drum is first. Although apologies for the actual text here, because it's a bit coming off the website. It's a bit weird. The step drum is a eurorack drum module designed to generate a wide range of percussive sounds. Equipped with an 8-step sequencer, it allows for per-step parameter locking. Now that is quite cool, especially with all 3 modules doing it. Enabling dynamic and evolving drum patterns. Yeah, obviously. It's an intuitive interface and versatile sound range, and make it suitable for various musical styles. The main features are it is compatible with the other step series. I think they kind of plug in together somehow, although I think it's called clock distribution. I think everyone knows how to do that these days, but yeah. 8-step sequencer with per step parameter locking, which is the cool bit. Wide range of percussive sound generation, an intuitive interface for real-time performance. And this is definitely one where I reckon we need to hear the video, so I'll just line that up. Edge on now. The great juggling begins. Here we go. Okay, yes, that was it. So, kind of coolish. Oh, here we go. Of course, there's an advert and an autoplay, isn't there?
Yeah.
Where are we talking about? The step series. There you go. Yep, so back to me. Put me on the screen. Okay, so I should probably move myself away from behind. Now you can actually see me. Yeah, so that's the step drum. I won't show the step tone and the it's called step bass. So there's another. They're the sort of melodic, sort of higher pitch melodic, FM based one, and the bass one is a bit more obviously tuned towards bass. Very similar form factor, as you can see, obviously based on the same sort of physical platform. One of the interesting things about this is it does have a mode that operates off USB power. So technically this could be considered benchtop compatible. and if Darren was in the chat, he probably would have had a laugh. But anyway, yeah, it has two outputs on the top right of every module, and this is the weird part. And one of the outputs is, I've worked this out just by reading the website. One of the outputs is eurorack level, and the other output is just what you can get out of a USB powered device. So yeah, the idea is that, yeah, sorry?
I have to ask you, are we talking about the step tone now?
We are talking about all three modules because they all have exactly the same.
Okay, because I try to follow and take the enhanced image each time.
Sure.
Of the module you're talking about.
Sure. Okay. So if we go to the step tone, you can bring that image back up again. So this is the. I'll read out the spiel just for that. Hang on a sec. Ooh, where's my? Okay, that's not worked. Why can't I? Okay, right.
It's me showing on top of it.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah. I can. Yeah. You can put yours back up again. That's fine. So the step tone. What does it say about it? It says step melodic sequencer module that brings harmonic richness to your modular setup, featuring 8-step sequencer with per-step parameter locking. So it's the same. Enables intricate melodic patterns and tonal variations. It's 4 waveform oscillators. I don't know if that means 4 oscillators or 4 different waveforms. I suspect the latter. Smooth filter design allow for expressive dynamic sound. Now the only reason I'm not going to play this video is because, again, I think the video is a bit of a wow in terms of actually showing you the smooth filter. I think the bass is a little better though. I might play that one. Yeah, 4 waveform oscillators, smooth filter design, versatile modulation. Yeah, integrates perfectly well. Now all these modules, by the way, work together, so you can kind of create a little groove box out of them, which is kind of cool. We might move now on to the next one, the step bass, which is pretty similar to the other two, but this is obviously crafted for deep basslands and resonant sub-bass frequencies. It's got the same style, parameter locking, dynamic evolving bass patterns with 4 waveform oscillators, a warm filter design. It sounds a lot like tone, doesn't it? Like they've just changed the oscillator frequency. But you know, maybe it uses a different filter. I don't know. It's not really clear. It says a bit more about it. It says there's a decay envelope and volts per octave input. It's an interesting one. I'll play the. I might try the audio for this one. Okay. Maybe not actually. I remember how I was going to do this. Just hang on a bit. I'm just going to get back to the step bass. Okay. Of course there's adverts. I'll get the vision up. Okay, so that sounded a bit more interesting, I thought, than the other the tone at least. Hang on. Why autoplay YouTube? Honestly. So yeah, I thought that sounded a bit more interesting. The filter sounded a bit more. I thought it sounded quite meaty, actually. What do you guys think?
Certainly more interesting.
Yeah, it was all right.
Could
Didn't
you
really grab it, but it's interesting.
Could you imagine having? First of all, I just want to check. Did you guys hear kind of a kind of noise layer over the top of that video?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really
Okay.
noticed it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was in the video in the
The
module.
audio footage
Hopefully
too.
not
Is
in
that
the
on the stream, or are you guys getting that as well?
Occasionally, I'll get one of you guys freezing up.
I've had a
then
bit of
come
that.
back in. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Whoa.
Henrick's in reverb. Hello.
Oh.
God is speaking.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am speaking. Very good. Okay.
Should be gone. I don't know if I'm much louder now than before.
Sound pretty good, Henrik. Shall we
Okay.
go on to the next news item then?
Yeah.
Which is... Yes, that's it. So if you go back to me... It'll... Yeah, excellent. So, what we have here is the Modulox Brain. It's an open source pocket-sized synthesizer designed for music creators, seeking versatility and customization. Developed over 2 years of RASP audio, this device offers a range of synthesis options, including granular, which we're about to play a video of, virtual analog and FM synthesis through various applications. Users can easily switch between these applications via the Modulox online editor, fostering a community-driven platform for continuous innovation. Its compact design, high-quality 24-bit DAC and ADC, and seamless integration of MIDI devices make it an ideal tool for both studio and live performance. And I think we need to hear what this sounds like. So let's do that. Okay.
The Modulox Brain is a software-defined synthesizer. Since its code is open source, multiple types of machines can be loaded. Today, in this video, we will take a look at the granular synthesizer.
Oh, the picture's covering the video.
Modugain.
Henrik, could you take off the
The
overlay,
Modugain comes
please?
with pre-recorded samples. It
The
has
image.
4 voices of polyphony. The notes vary the playback speed of the grains. Several parameters allow for sound manipulation, including
Thanks.
grain size and density, envelope, random playback, and sample duration. You can visualize the waveform of the sample and adjust its boundaries.
One time.
Yeah, by the way, there's a
You
bit
can
of a
also
weird
record
thing on the
samples
audio
the
in
fly
this
using
video
a
in the
built-in
middle.
microphone or another
Right.
input line.
Kind of a delay comes up from somewhere. It sounds like, the web camera was doubling up with the speakers or something. It comes
Yeah.
good in a while.
And they didn't
Yeah.
redo it, huh? That's kind of funny.
Modulox features customizable real-time effects, including a filter, delay, and an LFO that can be assigned to various parameters.
Nice froggy sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we get it, Chris, so let's move on.
Yeah.
It's definitely cleaner than my micro granny thing is.
Yeah.
Right, well anyway, that's enough for that. Can you guys still hear me? Because seems like
Yeah.
I've got a disconnection and reconnection to StreamYard that's put me a bit delayed. Okay, good. So you can hear me. I'll turn off the... tell you a bit more about what it is. So hey, if you could put that image back again, Henrick, of the brain. Yes, the brain.
Oh, of the brain, yeah.
I'll just tell you a bit more about it. Yeah, cool. So it's portable, anti-slip bottom, making it ideal for music on the go, versatile synthesis options, open platform. It's got it's customizable firmware via the Modulox online editor. That's intriguing. Equipped with, as I said before, 24-bit DAC and ADC, a 320 by 240 screen, tiny little screen, but it's 320 by 240.
Yeah.
Clickable encoder, 4 buttons, onboard microphone and speaker. So it's quite. He was using that onboard microphone a bit, and the speaker. I suspect the speaker may have been why they were getting double sound when they recorded that video, because it also has a headphone jack. So they probably made a slight boo-boo there. It has MIDI in out on 3.5mm jacks, and it's also got MIDI over USB. Hopefully class compliant, and sync capabilities, so I assume there's a sync jack. It contains, supports magnetic connections. Oh, magnetics, you can put magnets on the side. It's got one of those magnetic interface things, when you snap two together and the contacts make contact with the device next to that you've magnetically snapped into it.
It's like the rolling.
So I'll show you a picture, but it's on. Yeah, it's. I've got a picture here, but I can't show you it. Can I? I'll try and open it. You never know if I can get this to work, because it's kind of worthwhile showing it to you. You'll know what I mean. Is it? Oh no! What the heck? I have no idea what that just did. Hang on.
Chris, let's stick to what we planned and just say that. Yeah.
Anyway, it has one of those magnetic port things on the side there. So yes, if I put that image up, might as well. Oh no, I don't have it. Do I? I do not. Okay, so no image for that. So I'll need your image back again. I think that was everything though. Let's check. Yep, that was it. Now the price. I don't know if did I tell you the price on the other 3 modules from Synso? I think I forgot to tell you those.
No, you didn't.
The price on those is more than that on the cute little thing. They are $290 US, quite a bit more.
Chris,
it's probably around similar.
Chris, before you continue, I have to, or you have to check your settings, your audio on StreamYard is
okay.
The only thing that needs to be on there is stereo audio.
Cutting out, or
It may be why the audio is bad.
Yeah, the echo cancellation is by default if you didn't turn it off. So
Yeah. So in StreamYard, into settings, into
check
audio,
my audio now.
and
Yeah,
only
so the only
stereo
thing I've got
audio
on at
shall
the
be
moment
checked on.
is. Yep, that's how I've got it.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay,
it sounds fine to me.
Yeah,
the
but
only checkbox on.
Wagyu is
is he?
talking about it, and I agree. It could be that.
it did sound a bit like that. Yeah, it's cutting out.
Did it sound like Does it sound like I'm underwater?
No.
No, that was my headphones, man.
Because that was what. Because that was Ian's problem. Okay.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
No, don't, Chris. I should be apologising to you. It was my headphones.
By the way, had this. You don't see a lot of these in the wild. So
No.
Okay.
Cool.
What's the price of this thing?
Okay, so this one is $130. So that's quite cheap.
That's all right. I think
That's
that's
okay.
all right.
Yeah.
That's all right.
And then add
it's
some.
fully
effects and-
assembled, not a kit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it's fully assembled.
Yeah, that's cheap.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, a pie alone is like what, $60, $70 or something like that. So
Yeah, it is.
Um,
Yeah, I think
what-
this is the one I read that was Raspberry Pi based.
Yeah. For a minute, I thought it was something from M5 stack, but you also mentioned Raspberry Pi in the beginning, so I knew it wasn't that.
Yeah. Sometimes I
I think
forget
so.
what
I
I read
think-
out.
I mean, if you haven't got anything that will do that sort of thing, I think it's quite cool actually. I don't need it, but because I've got lots of stuff that will do similar sort of thing. But I think for the price, it's all right. I see lots of people at EMOMs using it.
Yeah, I agree. We have
Yeah, I thought it
lots
had.
of these things, so most of us don't need more. But it's not a bad thing.
Yeah. But some. Yeah, it's democratization again. It's a
Yeah.
bit. It's funny, isn't it? Sometimes we all go on the same journey, and sometimes we familiar journeys. Several years later,
Exactly.
someone else goes
I
on
mean,
that journey.
the
You go,
sort of
I've been on that journey, but power to you.
there's patches in the organelle that will do exactly the same sort of thing as this, but the price point's a bit different, isn't it?
oh yeah.
Just a bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's quite cool. So, shall we move perhaps on to the next article, Henrick? Yes, I'm sorry, it's another module.
Yeah.
Not really surprised this was going to happen when I was taking charge. Although, actually, I can't claim all of the blame for this one because Ranzee actually pre-prepared a lot of this stuff for me.
Yeah.
So thank you, Ranzee, for that. It's been very, very helpful. Even though we've tried to do our best to get into the way of your smooth, effortlst delivery.
It just shows you how big a job he's
set
got
up the
on an old
video. Go first. It's partly because of the technology. To be honest, it's
I'm
trying to
sure,
do it all
yeah.
from different places was probably not the best decision on our part. But anyway, so what do we have? We have the next module. So good, you've got it up. Excellent. So let me have a look at. Oh, what did I do? That's it. Okay, so this is MachineRoom STP16, as you can probably read. It's a versatile 16-step trigger gate sequencer designed for eurorack modular systems. It offers two operational modes, a 16-step mode utilizing hocketing, which I've never heard of as a term before, to control two channels, and an 8-step mode that divides the two sequences into two parallel 8-step sequences. That's more like the Behringer 182 sequencer. This hocketing step mode, you'll see in a moment, the actual switches allow you to select whether you're going to the red channel or the blue channel or no channel at all, which is quite interesting. So I think we shall roll the video, and that might give you a better idea. He actually gets to the demo soon. Any moment now.
It's gonna drop like a techno track.
Are you still? Hello? Is anyone still getting audio?
I can hear you, Chris, but I can't hear
Yeah,
anything else.
thing. Yeah.
We can hear Kick.
There you go. Yeah, I can hear Kick.
Is it me, or does it sound like he's losing speed? And oh, not he. Where does that music come from, Chris?
It's coming from the video.
Okay.
I'll just jump to the next. This is kind of pretty basic stuff. I'll jump to some of the interesting stuff. Just it has two modes, gate and trigger mode. So
Apparently, hocketing is a
trigger
medieval
mode, sending
term
out
for
short pulses.
sharing.
Gate mode, it's sending out long pulses.
You share a melody across multiple instruments, so you break it up.
Sort of. Right. Yeah. Cool. It has another mode here. You can operate it at audio rack. Later. This is probably can actually, being unfair, but not all CPU controlled step sequences can do this. Very few. This one's obviously discrete logic. Come on, speed it up, man. There we go.
Yeah, we keep losing the audio. Chunky.
Okay, I'll stop it then. Go back to Talking Heads as we talk about what do we think about that one. Interesting, not interesting. There's another step sequencer, but I haven't seen many step sequences with that switch that can go from one to the other. Yeah, it's quite interesting. It's small HP, it's 8 HP. And
I still only have one favorite.
The price of this lovely baby.
I only have one favorite, so I don't need a new step sequencer. My favorite is the one that Barry copied, the one with 3 tracks by 8. I can't remember what it's called. An old Moog one or something like that. Or ARP. No, not ARP. I can't remember what it's called.
You mean the 962? Sorry, 960?
Yeah, I think that's the one, the black one, yeah.
Sounds like you're talking about the 960.
Yeah.
Yeah, the black one with the made by Behringer, cloned by Behringer.
Yeah,
yep.
Denver has the Max 16, which is similar to
this,
that
this module is $176 US, so quite reasonable.
That's,
for a little step sequencer. And I thought I think Ranzee would have picked it because it did something a little different with its step sequencing. That, was it Hocketing, which was kind of an interesting idea. It's kind of demultiplexing, I guess, in a way. Thought that was interesting. And the audio rate thing is always... A lot of step sequencers seem to be doing that lately, so I don't know if there's any interesting synthesis opportunities there. I'm a little skeptical, but so just pause here for a moment. I haven't been looking in the chat. If anyone's been asking me questions or probably saying, "What's the price? What's the price?"
No, I'm watching it. It's okay.
I apologise. Cool. Don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Yeah, my chat's locked up anyway. Very odd. So,
yeah, we think you have some problems with your connection, Chris. So.
Yeah, do you want me to try and disconnect and come back again? Perhaps you can. I need to leave you with something else to talk about, don't I?
We can try.
There's only one
we can talk about you. Meanwhile,
to do.
Any opportunity.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chris. I am joking, of course.
We all are.
So, do you want me to disconnect and?
yeah, try.
Perfectly fine, mate. Perfectly fine. Do you want me to disconnect and reconnect? Yeah, cool.
If you're there, try.
It says upload in progress. What?
Now we can say what we like about it.
Yeah, finally. What a...
Andy SyncDrum just said, "Hi Ranzee, nice beard."
Yeah. Ranzee, gotta thank you. Oh, who's that? Knocking on the door.
Hello,
Hi.
am I in sync now? 2,
2,
3.
Yeah,
4.
looks good.
That sounds like, yeah, that's better for me. You guys were out of sync in terms of your voices were out of sync with the vision and then delay as well.
That's got, from my point of view, that's got to be an improvement to me.
Before we continue,
Last article then?
Yeah.
Sure. No, you.
before
You
that,
go, Henrick.
Yeah. I have to know, when you say 1, 2, is that does that mean the 1st of February or the 2nd of January? No, it's not a joke. It's not a joke. I just
Are you talking to me?
asking. It's because I was thinking of 1, 2. That's the International Microphone Day, testing day. 1, 2, 1, 2. But what day is it? Is it 1st of February or 2nd of January?
I wouldn't know.
Oh, okay.
It's neither. It's 1st of March.
Yay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's continue with the next one. And we are at
No worries.
the TTA
Towards the
Vortex
end, aren't we?
6.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So, let me get my collective SHIT together. So what we have is TipTop Audio have released a new range of art series modules. These are all the polyphonic modules. So they use this art connection, which are these they look like USB-C connectors, to be frank, but they're basically used for transmitting polyphonic signals between their modules, which is quite a cool idea. Anyway, this is the first one. This is the Vortex, which is a wavetable oscillator, 6-voice polyphonic wavetable oscillator, inspired by, now this may sound familiar, the PPG Wave 2.2. We had something just the other week, I think it was last week, also inspired by the PPG Wave 2.2. Interesting. It's getting a lot of love lately. It also uses a true 8-bit vintage audio converter from the 1980s. So that's probably worth, if you're after that sound, that's probably worth a good look. So that's the first module. But before we go on, I will tell you the price. Hang on a sec, because I actually got some prices because I did some research, people. This one is $550. This is the most expensive module. So yeah, kind of not surprising given what they're trying to, what they've packed in here. Shall we go on to the next one, Henrick, please? The Octopass poly filter, I believe.
Yeah, we can do that. Here it is. You didn't have a video on
now
the
this
previous
is an
one?
8-voice 24 dB. No, there's no videos that we can play on this show, unfortunately, because they
It's
will
Cthulhu.
give us because they have original music. They have original performances of performers and stuff in it, so we couldn't use it. This is an 8-voice 24 dB octave 24 dB octave low pass filter based on the 2044 filter. If you know your chips, you'd know what that is. Each of the 8 filters are fully analog with linear gain compensation, so that means when the resonance gets turned up, the bass doesn't disappear or the overall volume doesn't change. And it has analog tolerances between the voices, so it's got that, polyphonic polysynth sound, analog polysynth sound that's probably a bit more akin to the non-DCO based polysynths, I would think. But this is, being a filter, it's kind of like I'm not quite sure what that really sounds like, to be honest. Octostages is the next one, Henrick. Could you play that? Lay that up, please. Thanks, man.
I have to say, I have some problems with clicking on this Mac, where I have to double click. It's kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've got a mouse that has a button that doesn't. A left click button that isn't working very well until I press it really hard. So we've all got problems, first world problems.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Understood,
Continue.
Henrik. Understood. Yeah. No worries. So this is the envelope. Yes, the 8-voice fully analog envelope generator. So fully analog, not digital. It's from the OBX synthesizer in 1979. I thought that was interesting. Each envelope has a gate in, envelope out, velocity CV in, and attack CV in controls. There is a master output level knob as well. By the way, pretty clearly these are renders, but as I said, the only images I've seen of it on the one video, and it had copyright claim issues with it. Next slide, please, Henrick. Octogain, 8-voice polyphonic analog VCA with a mixer and a master level control. So naturally, if you're trying to create a polysynth, then in modular, you'd need to mix it together at the end. It looks like you can also individually take the individual outs to another mixer, like a panning module or something like that as well. There's odd and even left and right channels for stereo output and a clipping indicator. All the VCAs are simultaneously available through the polytips jack, so that means they go out the little those little jacks, the interconnects that they use, the ART interconnect jacks that they use. So they're breaking out onto that, and it also goes out 3.5mm jacks, so the module can be used in a variety of different ways, either polyphonic or multi-voice, monophonic, sort of multi-timbral type style. The CV controls are linear, analog 0 to 5 volts. Sorry, made the microphone pop there. 0 to 5 volts. Typical audio is 10 volts peak to peak, pretty much like normal eurorack. Next slide, please, Henrick.
You forget to mention the price.
Oh, yes. Now, I better... In fact, there's a reason for that. I will talk about the prices after I've gone through... In fact, no, this is a good time to talk about the prices. No, you're right, Henry. This is a good time. All those three previous 4 modules... Oh, sorry. The filter is $450... The Octopass poly filter is $450 USD, but the ADSR envelope and the VCAs are only $400 USD. Right, on to the next one, thanks, Henrick. The thin one, the Octovert. Yep, so this is a CV processor capable of scaling, inverting, offsetting up to 8 polyphonic signals at a time. It can be externally controlled via CB, use it for inverting envelopes, reversing the direction of CV, scaling or offsetting any CV source to fine-tune the modulation. And that one is cheaper than the rest. That's only $280 US. So, is anyone interested? Does this pique anyone's interest? This whole art series. Has anyone been following this? Something in the chatties? I'm not sure if anyone is into it.
Nobody's
kind of out of my personal league.
No, in the chat, we are more talking about how to do the stream. But I guess there are a few who have listened to what you said, Chris.
I'm trying, but you know.
They are not for me, those modules. I already have things that can do that.
I'm glad there's more development kind of stuff, but it's not that interesting for me. So.
Yeah, this strikes me as the kind of stuff where it's like, what do you call it? The Pathfinder. It's that somebody has to do it first, right? And it's going to be very expensive. I mean, from their perspective, they've probably done a massively great job at keeping the cost down. But from our perspective, I would think that we're kind of like all waiting for it to become a bit more commonplace and a bit less pricey before we kind of take a plunge at this kind of area. If you're into the whole trying to build a polysynth out of modular, this is obviously, going to be tempting, but I suspect the cost is going to be a real barrier for most people. But as you said, Andy, it's certainly good to see innovation and development in this area.
Yeah.
And TipTop have always been pretty cool at doing that, haven't they?
And I like a lot. I have some TipTop stuff. They're very nice. But I was originally, after I went down the rabbit hole of modular, I said, I probably should build a fancy synth in here as well as doing weird stuff. And I started looking at it, and it was just too much. It was just too many modules, too much cost to build a polysynth the way I would like to do it. So I gave up on that idea.
And we all know Rant certainly had a good go at it with his, was it the Nifty Keys case that he had with, And in the end, he kind of didn't really love it. So yeah, I think it's kind of a rite of passage for modularists to make their attempt at a polysynth.
I mean, probably the
Perhaps.
easiest way to do it is, Make Noise has a lot of those modules now and Depfer as well has multiple voice modules.
Yeah.
For a quad oscillator, quad this and that, quad this, quad. So that you can build it up much easier with those kind of modules, with less stuff and less cost. But
Less
then you
space.
still have to wrap your brain around the whole routing thing, and it's a lot of work.
Yes. That's kind of why we like synths, regular synths.
Yeah.
It kind of it seems to be a better sort of resolution of that concept of polyphony.
Well, it's like
That's
there's a
in my
guy
opinion.
who comes to the EMOM in San Francisco all the time who his 909 in his name. I forgot his actual full name. But he's just doing like what you do with a 909 drum machine and a few other things, and totally in modular, which just seems a lot of extra work when you just have a 909.
Why would you? Yeah, why would
It's
you
just-
do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't
as-
sound any better than a TR909. It's not using really modular tricks that much. And
Yeah.
it's a lot of hassle
interesting
and
if you-
cost. You know.
It's interesting as you mention that because TipTop, of course, started out by their 99 modules were kind of like their first foray into modular. But yeah, no, I've had the same thought. I mean, I've talked about how I'm trying to set up my drum synthesis sort of rack over there. I very deliberately did not want a standard 909 kick or an 808 kick, or in general, not many of the standard sort of sounds did I want in a modular drum setup, because I want it to sound different. I want it to be unique. That's kind of my take on why you would have percussion in modular.
And if you want to add
But
them, you
yeah,
get the Bitbox, and the Bitbox lets you add all those samples in there in one little module. So
yeah, that's the other part of my my future plans is to get into something that's going to sample these things and allow me to add multiple voices. But stay tuned; that'll be on a different discussion on a different day. Okay, that is the end of the news segment. We got through it, people. I apologise for dragging you all through that.
No reason to apologise. Absolutely not.
But yes, it's funny actually. I found the vision seems to be a bit better on StreamYard, but the audio is obviously not up to scratch, which kind of defeats the purpose. Oh well. We had a good go, didn't we, Henry?
Yeah, we did. Are you ready for the next section, Chris?
Hang on just a second. I might just need a little moment to read. Can I just?
Yeah. I'll wait then. So
Excellent. Yep. No worries, mate. I'm ready now. Roll the stinger.
Okay, let's go to this one.
Oh, Dundee. Is that a Dundee?
It's Price Watch. Are you done watching?
What's that?
It was supposed to be a joke. We're watching a prize. Nobody got it. Okay, let's move on.
I thought it was a reference to The Office. So.
Okay, let's move on. This one.
Okay.
Can you say anything about it, Chris? I haven't had the time to look at them.
Yeah. Well, one of the things is that let's make sure the audio is working here. Sorry, guys. Yes, this one was brought to us by Megamark D. Hang on, I'll just bring up some more information about it. Yeah, so EMU RFX 32. Is that really a fair price?
Well,
I don't know.
they're extremely rare. I've never found one ever, and I could use it in a couple of my units. And if you heard Longhurst talk about it, It's right up there with the KDFX module and the Kurzweil stuff, but much better. So they are very rare. Yeah.
So Henrick, I believe I have the live. I think I have the live listing. Hang on, let's have a look. No, I don't. I thought I did have it. Silly me. Hang on.
Some other ones online around the same price, about $1,000.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Hang on a sec. Okay, got it now. Okay, live listing. Can you see it? Yes. Can you see my cursor? No, you can't see my cursor. Okay, that's a bit annoying. Henry, could you show me on full screen, thanks? Yes. There you go, live listing. So yes, it is. So it's the the software and the actual card itself?
Somebody bought. Did somebody buy it? It's ended.
Aha. Now it says it's been ended because it says there was an error in the listing. I wonder if the error was the price.
Yeah.
So you can have that for a cool. Well, from me it cost me about $2,000, but for you guys in the US it'll only cost you 1,300 smackers. Even the postage is reasonable. It's only $60 postage. Wow.
Yeah, I looked for some the last few years when I had more money, and they were never around. So it's funny to see them pop up now.
Mm. So is this just the expansion card, or is it the whole module?
It's the card that allows you to add the extra effects to your unit. So there's some basic effects in the system that are nice, but this is like the cream of the crop effects from the time to really trick out your system. All the rack systems like the E4XT and the blah 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 all had like all these slots in them, just like any computer case. So you could add all kinds of audio interfaces, expansion ports, KDFX, EMU, EXT, RFX thing, and different things. So you rarely saw, like obviously Longhorn has his totally filled, all the slots are tricked out, but those are rare. Most people couldn't afford that.
Yes.
I think it's a scam.
Right, I reckon
It's scammy,
next one,
isn't it?
thanks Henrick.
No, it's not scamming. That price
Well, it's
is,
been removed, so.
yeah.
Okay. Ah,
Ooh.
beautiful Horner Logan string melody. Now, I don't know much about these because it's a string machine, but
Yeah.
it's quite a lovely looking thing, isn't it? Is that a reasonable price? It's pretty
That's
rare,
That's
isn't
Aussie dollars, is it? So it's about £700.
Yeah, that one's Aussie.
No, £800.
I think it's an okay price for an old thing.
Yeah. I always fancied the Horner piano T, the electric piano. Played one a couple of times. Really quite like that.
Right, we can go to the live list.
The Kebu plays the original string melody. Sounds really nice.
Yeah, and Hohner does make a lot of good
Okay,
instruments.
if you could-
Yeah.
So it's quality. Shall we move to the next
We
one?
have
or
some
do you
pictures,
want to-
Henrik, so
You have
can
some, yeah.
I have some pictures, so if you want to have a look at it. So that's a bit nicer, isn't it?
Yeah,
Nice carpet.
yeah.
It's another.
I've had
What's
one like that.
what's with these? Yeah, what's with the wonderful carpets and these vintage synths? It seems to be a prerequisite.
The carpet's probably worth as much as the string machine.
I see a drum kit in the background. Do you reckon this is being used for gigging?
Yeah, but Andy
Yes,
have made a
bangers.
lot about carpets before, so that's his specialty.
Especially stained woods at NAMM. They're very nice.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not. Doesn't seem in too bad a condition.
Yeah, it looks all right actually.
Hmm.
Yeah, nice carpet.
Interesting. Oh, it comes with a road case, or is that part of the case?
That's part of it actually.
That's part of
It's
it.
got
Yeah,
a
that
lid.
I'm
It's got a
thinking
lid.
of that light stripe in
It's
the
got a
car.
lid, so it's cool though.
Okay.
I think it's a cool thing. What's 800 quid? So 700-800 quid. Is it?
It is. Yes.
Yeah. Oh no, it's
Probably
less.
about that much.
80,
That's that-
yes.
That's that Tolex stuff, right? That Kent's always replacing on things.
Yeah.
Oh, the patina. The actual.
600.
fake vinyl or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It even comes with a video, but we won't show that just in case we get a copyright strike.
Interesting to hear what it sounds like, but you can just go back and
You
listen
never
to
know,
that.
do you?
No.
I reckon on to the next one there.
Sorry?
On to the
Should I
next one.
shift?
Thanks,
Yeah,
Henry.
yeah.
Sorry, I know I dropped out there.
Oh.
Yeah, I never heard of this one.
Oh, it looks like an old Philip tape recorder or something like that. Philips.
I think I had an Elgin drum machine. Rhythm machine.
Yeah, it's like it's both 70s and 80s.
Yeah, 70s.
Yeah, yeah, except for the buttons on the
It's
left.
quite rare.
That's
I've
more
never seen
80s.
this before though.
Well, I've got the live listing here, Henrik. If you can go to me.
Wow.
Yeah, hang on.
So we can go. Let's have a
Did that
look
say
at
that one
them
was ended
pictures.
as well?
Ah,
Had to look
let's
at
go
it.
back. Has this ended? Oh, I'm sorry, mate.
Damn, I can't buy it. Oh, that was
It has ended. Yes.
It's gonna put my hand in my
Yeah.
pocket.
Yeah,
You can still
Can't you-
still heart it though.
yeah, but can't you take it?
So when the next one comes up,
via the Internet Archive.
Yeah, it looks a bit like a.
I probably could, but
It looks very much like a chord organ, doesn't it?
Go to picture
Yeah.
number 5. It's a blow up at the left, it looks like.
Yeah.
ooh,
Next one.
wow.
That's
There
it.
you go. A little bit
There
blow
we
up.
go.
Oh, this one.
Ragtime.
It's got scratches. Not
Yeah,
surprising,
it
given
will
its
ha-
age.
It will have, yeah.
Looks like it has a
None of
large.
the wonky key.
Wonky key.
the
wonky key.
keys.
The
yeah.
D
It has large
key.
percussive
No, I
button
can't
like
stand
in
that.
notes.
I think it's a chord organ with a built-in rhythm unit.
I think it's a toy.
No, it's not a toy. No, it's not.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because I'm sure I had an Elgin rhythm unit, which was my father's. And
Now, for a toy, it'd have RCA out. It doesn't have RCA out.
no, I think you'll find it's.
Not necessary. If it's European, then
What's that?
DIN
It's
connectors
just a DIN
connectors
connector.
were.
It's not
quite
MIDI. It's just
normal.
DIN and
And as I said, it looks
Line
like a
level
Philips,
DIN.
and Philips used DIN connectors a lot.
oh yeah, they did, yeah.
So, so it could be made by
some reason when I
people
see
on
this,
Philips.
Could be. It does have that kind of hi-fi feel about it, doesn't it? From
Yeah.
the 50s and 60s. I feel as though I need a nice big speedboat, and I need to live in Monaco to use this, though.
I just think I think you'd be underwhelmed by the sound of it.
Oh yeah.
Because
sure.
I've sold a couple of chord organs in the past, and they are very underwhelming.
But the left side tells me it is an 80s machine, even though it looks 70s.
No, I think it's 70s.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah, what is it, an Elgin? I'm going to look.
No, the written machines weren't that advanced at that time. So I don't think so.
Elgin what? Carousel?
I think it's an 80s machine in a 70s look.
It has those wooden side panels.
If that's wood.
Well, looks like it.
1976.
Wood, right?
1976.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a video on YouTube.
Like
yeah,
the
but
big
it's
red button that
more.
says on.
But it's more advanced than the CR78. I don't understand that.
Press the on button.
That's the on button. Yeah, I love the on button. Yeah, and what you could, because with mine, that you could mix the rhythms, so you could push 2 or 3 rhythm buttons, like no more than 3 at any one time, and you get a sort of wonkier version of whatever it was, Bossa Nova or, I know.
Yeah. Babs is saying you should play some of the video.
I'm going to put I've got a video which I think will be okay. It's in a private chat. I'm just going to. So if Andy, if
Yeah.
you can,
Play 9 seconds or something like that.
if you can place there, that's yeah. There'll be an advert at the beginning of it, but
Here's the video from Ian.
sounds great actually.
Yeah, it does. It did.
That's all we can play, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Well,
Sorry.
the beginning was good.
I don't want to be responsible for
No.
I think that whets your appetite. You
We-
can
we-
go
we
to the
can hum
listing
the
if you want
rest.
to. If
I tell you what,
believe
I mean,
I believe the
it's-
listing link is yes.
It sounds
The
it
full
sounds-
listing is available
Yeah.
on Ranzee's
Sounds better than I
excellent
thought.
blog.
Mhm.
Sounded like a Ray Lynch track there for a second.
Absolutely. Yeah. So they were using a Roland
Okay.
Depth 5 delay effect with that video. So they've put effects through it. It's not just it on its own.
Mm.
I
Now
definitely
you're back to
hear
the
effects on
Honer.
Yeah, it actually says it's like because it's the Elgin Rhythm Match series, which is exactly what I had an Elgin Rhythm Match.
Yeah.
But I didn't have it was just the rhythm unit. 3 arpeggiators, bass chords. Yeah, great, love it.
Mm.
But not
That
for
sounds
£2,000.
tasty then, doesn't it?
It does actually. Yeah, no, I think it's.
Hmm.
If money was no object,
It's already gone and it's only listed 6 days ago.
yeah, I'm not surprised really.
Hmm. Wow. Somebody's going to have a bit of fun with that.
Absolutely.
And it's dropped 20% in 6
Yeah.
days. Interesting. Okay, I reckon next one, Henrick. What do you reckon? Last one? Only one more price watch.
Oh,
Lieblos.
click.
Something a bit quirky.
Oh wow.
bleep bless.
Oh, I have the Thingamagoop. It's one of the related ones of these. I had to put it together.
Yeah. Built
This is
with
another listing that's ended,
Mod
but we
sound
can
bending.
still view it.
But it's
So this one is
the price isn't too bad, considering it's already assembled.
a DIY noise-making device. Yeah, fully built in. Yeah, this one's already built, modified, several enhancements for added sound bending. So it's been circuit bent. Think of this as an optical theremin combined with an analog synthesizer, elements including oscillators and modulators. 1/4 inch output so you can plug it into an amp. Offers a fun and creative way to experiment with sound. Yeah.
Each
enough.
time I hear the word theremin, I step away. Yeah,
Well, it's
but
only called
it's-
that because of the photocells and the lights to
So
drive
it's-
the photocells.
Yeah,
thought
yeah,
it-
but the word theremin or a theremin, it's when you do construction, the first thing you try to avoid is that it's influenced by the outside. So a theremin is the opposite, and that's why I always fear my constructions work like a theremin. So the word theremin
When they're not
makes me
intended
turn
to.
away. Yeah. I know it's an instrument.
Oh
It
man,
can
I haven't
be
seen
used
that
like that, but-
PCB style of design for many years. Oh, there you go. It certainly looks like a mad scientist project.
It does. I mean,
Is
it's
it
auctioned, isn't it? So
40 US.
so
That's a
nobody's
steal, surely.
no, but it's not. That's nobody's bid on it yet.
Zero
So
bids.
So the minimum bid is going to be $40,
No.
providing nobody else bids on it.
The Thingamagoop that I got looks like a robot's
fair
face, like an angry robot, and
Yeah.
then you bend the stock of the LED into the photosensor, which is the eye, and the pulsing
yes.
of the stock
Yeah, gotcha.
controls the modulation of the unit.
That's such a pity because for $40 you could have had it because
Okay.
nobody else bid on it. But they might have
Could have, but they
redone it.
unfortunately.
Depends
Tell you,
what the limit
if that
is.
was it, if that was in the UK,
Oh, no.
I'd buy that.
If you put a reserve on it, you could have made it. You know,
The price is nice.
Yeah.
40.
If it stays at
I'd
that,
have-
yeah.
Yeah.
a lot of times they'll start a bid
It's
low, and they'll
located
put a
in-
reserve at like $100. So you start.
Oh, right, yeah.
it ended, so I think it stays at 40.
Yeah, was it relisted? Don't know. Might wait a bit. Down in Michigan, United States. Excellent.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, it's Militigan. We're all the militia.
Terra Mini.
Michigan, yeah.
Get your rifles out.
Is that just a graphic on the top, Andy? That waveform?
Yeah,
The
there's
waveform.
nothing. There's like stickers on there.
Ah, okay.
It's just photocells, lights, and some knobs and jacks and stuff.
I think I've seen those knobs used in, like, PC keyboard switches and stuff like that around here. And that terminal block on the side is
Yeah.
it screams audio circuits. Yeah,
These basically are popular at maker fairs and stuff. That's where they kind of debuted them.
yeah. It does have a little bit of a steampunk sort of DIY. Especially the wire wrapped antennas. I think I've seen people wearing those tights as tights. Anyway, who wants what? Probably everyone wants the
I want the carousel.
wants now the
Yeah, carousel.
organ synth, the chord synth.
Yeah, definitely. I'd have that.
Yeah.
Carousel looks like it's going to win it.
Although that would come a close second.
Yes,
But
it
I've
looked
got
good
it,
and
I've
it
got-
sounded
I've
pretty
got-
good. Didn't it?
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, that was probably the most interesting.
Although it wasn't
thing for me as
carousel,
well.
the thingy in Logan's Run where you go get yourself killed. 'cause you're
Oh
old.
yeah, actually, yeah. Everyone
Yeah,
goes to
that's-
carousel.
Yes, when you're
Yeah.
over everything, was it over 30?
Over 30.
Then
Yeah.
you go to carousel.
The red jewel.
Yeah. It's based on a short story. I've got
Yeah.
a quite a rare book actually.
There's a great
Can't remember-
score in the movie.
It was a good film actually. I remember seeing it.
It's a good score.
But
Yeah.
so I've got a book somewhere.
And even the
Which has
models
got
are
the
great.
original
It's all like
story.
practical models for this and
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
trains going by and stuff.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
cool.
Good miniatures.
And it had Jenny Agatha in it as well.
Well, yeah. And Farrah Fawcett was on it too.
Was she?
Prime.
Oh yeah. I'd forgotten that.
She's the one who talks about the Ankh. It's like they actually use her voice in it. The computer voice is hers. The Ankh.
Oh, right.
Is it?
Yeah.
Mm.
I haven't seen it for such a long time. It's a great film.
Oh God, I think someone did remake that, didn't they?
Oh yeah. They always
It
remake.
wasn't very good, if I remember
I didn't
rightly.
watch
Exactly.
Yeah.
They usually aren't.
I stay away from most of the remakes.
Exactly.
Rollerball's a classic example. Great
Yeah.
original film. With
Oh,
Yeah,
you
it's a
made
great
that too. I
film.
forgot.
James Caan.
Yeah.
James
A
Caan,
complete travesty of a remake.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah, it's great.
Classic.
I read that book as well because that's. Yeah, I can't remember who wrote that.
Okay, next section. I wasn't supposed to do it, but I think I'll do it
Gonna
anyway.
go, what the hell? Let's do it anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Ranzee's away. Who cares?
Yeah. And I do know John from Plugin Ghoul, so I think it's okay to do this. The question is not a synthesizer today, but what is this? And I hope you can hear it. Can you?
No.
No, of course not.
Story of our life today.
Yeah.
It's the John Cage synth.
No.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
he's
I
playing.
know why. I know why.
I was gonna say,
Can you hear something now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yes.
Good. What is this? I can't hear it. I have to listen on YouTube. Yeah.
pitch shifter after a reverb. I'm thinking maybe. Oh, some interesting guesses. First guess.
Well, it could be. Well, it's not quite. I don't think it's Paul Stretch.
Paul
Stretch
Stretch's not real time anyway.
Yeah, but that's true.
Yeah.
And Paul Stretch is very distinctive sound to it.
It's definitely reverb into delay. And we're just hearing the delay.
It's 1 unit.
Ooh. Good question. Cracker. Oh, Wagoo. Interesting.
No, that's not 1U though. DP4 is 2U.
He did say that, didn't he? But did he mean 1 unit? As in a single unit?
Okay, it's not supposed to do this sound.
It sounds like feedback
Zipper.
to me.
I think I'll turn it off.
Is it your
So,
rack?
time for your guesses, people. I'm going to say it was a macrocosm.
It doesn't quite sound like it. Well,
No, you said 1U rack, right? Is it 1U rack?
is it?
Nope.
It
It's
could be microcosm.
can't
What's going into it?
anyone find out what it is?
It's not a microcosm because
No.
no, because it's got no sounds of its own.
It's I thought someone would recognize it.
No.
The guy who made it is called or he
Oh.
sells it. I'm not sure he makes it himself.
Oh, what's it
Or
called?
made it himself. He's called Gertz.
Oh, from Erica Synths.
Yeah.
So it's not the black
and-
reverb,
It is black.
but they're all black. All Erica's sense modules are black.
It's not a steam pipe then.
Now it's up in the chat, and Azure had got it.
Who got it? Night
Yeah.
verb. Wow.
It's the
Oh.
night web. Yeah,
Oh, nice.
yeah,
You got a night verb. Excellent.
yeah, yeah.
So it's got the
So-
bats on it.
Is that a bat? I thought it was
Yeah.
a bug.
Is it?
It's a bat, yeah.
Oh no, hang on. The night verb is not the one with the bats. That was the noise
Is that what we looked
engineer.
at last week?
Noise engineer does the bad stuff.
Yeah, sorry, I got that. It was in the same show as I mentioned. This one. Yeah,
Oh.
very nice. Yeah. Did you,
So-
by chance, Did that catch your eye, Super Booth, when you were there?
No. I
Because it
met
was there,
Gertz.
yeah.
I met Gertz, but it was with Kinkas. I met Kinkas, and then we went to
Okay.
Gertz. But I didn't know Gertz at that time, so I was only there for a few minutes. Then I went.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Yeah, yeah,
Very down to earth guy.
yeah. But I bought this myself. It's not a gift or anything.
Sure.
So
Cool.
Recent purchase?
no, 4 or 5 months ago, I think.
Okay.
When it came out.
Right. Mm.
Yeah.
It sounds quite nice.
Yeah, it does. It's the best reverb I have, I think.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Do you have any of the Strymons or
No.
sort of the traditionally? Oh, okay, right.
No, I don't have many external verbs. I do have a lot of pedals, like the Zoom stomp boxes and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've got that.
Is this purely an effect that needs to be fed, or can you do a generation on its own?
It needs to be fed with something, but you can, when you have fed it, it can keep it forever.
Store it? Okay.
Okay.
Not store it, but with feedback, it can stay there forever,
Okay.
and you can play on it. Then.
Cool.
But you cannot store it, not as far as I know. So, but it's fantastic. You can play on your input. You can play the tones of the feedback. If you understand what I mean.
All right.
It's very good. So I do have another effect engine, but that must be the next replacement show. And Azure you won Unify. I don't know if you already have it. But let Ranzee know if you have it, and then. Oh, you don't have it.
Hasn't got
good.
it. That's
Good. Okay.
Awesome.
Okay, I'll let Ranzee know that you want it. Great.
Yeah, it's usually you go to Ranzee's blog. You can usually enter your name in there if you've won the Name That Synth segment. Can't remember exactly how it works. I haven't gone in there. But, he always says that at the end of the show. But he will remind him next week. So a reason to come to the show.
Yeah. Okay, that's all the segments. So now we can talk about Ranzee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, what a guy.
Yeah, what a guy.
Ranzee's wrestling quokkas right now, so
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, he's
Sleeping under the stars.
Sorry, I have to.
Yeah.
I have to correct. Yes, I have to correct you. There are no quokkas on the mainland.
oh,
There are no quokkas on the mainland. They're only on Rant.
oh, okay.
There might be some in the zoo though, but that would be the Perth Zoo, which is in the opposite direction to where Rant
I
is.
see. Okay.
He's gone down south.
Okay, is he at Adelaide or is he in Perth?
No, he's still in the state, Western Australia. Yeah.
Okay.
You guys ever go to Tasmania?
I haven't been personally, but my parents have, and they loved it.
Yeah.
Our
Beautiful.
Queen is from there, I think.
Yes, Mary.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a shame that
Quite
the
so.
Tasmanian tiger or wolf, what
Tiger.
is
Yeah, thylacine.
extinct.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, very sad.
It was really unique. When it opened its mouth, it could do a 180 with the jaws.
Oh, is that the picture I've seen? Is that what
It's
it
a
is?
weird looking thing.
Yeah.
It does this massive yawn, and you're like,
Yeah.
what the hell? Yeah, it's almost prehistoric.
But I still don't
We got-
understand the
we
name.
got them as well.
It's Thylacina cynocephalus, and it doesn't have a blue head, so I don't know where the species came from. So
I don't know what. I think all the early scientists and botanists were smoking something when they were
probably
bored. I think.
it's like the people who name the constellations and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like
Oh,
early
not as-
development.
not as-
I was just going to say it's like early development of computer technology, isn't it? All the names that they give to stuff. It's just some of it's just bonkers.
Yeah. Like bugs.
Yeah.
We could have been, we could have been talking about something else other than bugs all these years.
Mm.
Yeah, there was a really horrible sequel to The Howling. Howling 3, those marsupials. And it's really, really bad.
There's the
You have to
title.
watch. You have to watch. It's just terrible.
I don't actually know if I've seen the first.
The first one's
Howling.
good. The second one is hilariously bad in so many funny ways.
I mean,
with
I
lots
don't
of
like a
nudity.
good horror movie, but I don't.
And
I don't know that I've seen them.
And the third one has marsupials with some really bad acting in it, and they actually cut because the one character when they transform into the marsupial wolf, they have the stripes of the thylacine on the sides, and it's just really ridiculous.
That's bonkers.
But they show a clip of it in the zoo, a black and white clip, old timey clip, and it shows it yawning, and it's just the mouth goes, and it's a trippy looking thing.
Hey, I've got you to thank
Yes,
for watching
it's
Reacher. I'm
mega
completely
fauna.
hooked now.
It's good, right?
Yeah, it's brilliant. I'm already into series 2.
Yeah, he's when he dispatches justice, it's very satisfying.
Yeah. In fact, I bought one of the books to read as well. Not because the first series is The Killing Floor, which is I didn't want to read the same book that I've just watched the TV series, so I bought the second book in a charity shop yesterday. So I wanted to see what the writing was like because I'd never read a Lee Child book.
I like how they made him like just a total oaf, but he's also intelligent.
Yeah, he's
right?
highly Didn't what do you call him play a Reacher in a film?
Tom Cruise did it.
He's too small.
He's too small, and it's just not believable.
I have seen that, but I didn't know anything about the character.
It was well made, but it didn't make sense with Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be a big dude.
Yeah, and clearly he is. Yeah.
And then in the third season, he actually meets a giant guy bigger than him. So.
Yeah. No, I like it. It's good. It's not for Jane. It's too violent for Jane.
No.
Absolutely.
And the first one has some a fair amount of sex content in it too. So
yeah, I know. Yeah. The guy who got crucified was a bit.
Isn't
dodgy.
it the same actor from Halo? The TV series Halo?
No, it's a totally different guy. This is one of the first things this guy's been in. As far
I'm
as
going to say I didn't know him at all.
no, he's kind of a nobody.
Yeah. But that's sort of better.
The guy from Halo is the guy who plays the leprechaun in American Gods. Giant leprechaun.
Oh God, I've seen the first series of American Gods. I really like. I read the book as well. The book's great.
Yeah.
If you ever get a chance
show
to
is
read
fun.
the book.
It's Neil Gaiman, right?
Yeah.
So.
But the book's super.
The Halo show, I loved it. I was a little bit sad when they cancelled it.
Yeah, well, that was back when they were complaining about all this woke stuff, right? They said Halo was now woke and all.
I've never seen Halo.
It had good moments in it, but the game was better, I think. So
I never played the game either, really.
The game had a good story. It's punchy. The guys who did all the marathons.
It's on Xbox, isn't it? Yeah, I never.
On every platform, I think.
Was it? Because
all their games kind of tie together. There's Pathways in the Darkness.
I played it on PC.
Marathon, and then there's Halo, and they all loosely tie together as a giant story.
I know my eldest had an Xbox and he played Halo at the time.
Back when I used to play games a lot, I don't play games anymore. It's just too time consuming.
I play one game at a time. I've just finished for the second time because on my PS4 everything got wiped. I lost everything. So I went and played Last of Us 1 again, which I have played a lot, and then I've just played Last of Us 2, which has taken forever. I don't want to play for too long because it takes me away from doing music. So if I play, I'll play for literally say 10 minutes, and then I won't play for a few days, and I'll just do it. I just dip into it. I'm playing some cop thing where I have to use my iPad, which is a bit weird. Yeah, I've got my iPad here. You've got to solve a murder type thing. I've never played a game like that before, so it's not a shoot 'em up.
It's a click adventure kind of thing. So.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why you're using the iPad because it's just normal stuff you could do on your controller.
Yeah.
But you had to download the iPad app to do it. And I must have bought it second hand, really cheap.
What's it called?
I can't remember. Is the app on my phone? Hidden something. Yeah, it's in the house. If I go make a cup of tea, I'll go and grab it.
I have all the older Grand Theft Autos on my iPad. I play those a lot. So
I never
San
got
Andreas and stuff.
Yeah. Again, Matt said to me, you should play Grand Theft Auto. You might like it. And I tried playing 4 Grand Theft Auto. Is that San Andreas?
No, San Andreas is cool. It's a special one.
I played the 4th and I couldn't get into it. I tried playing 2 or 3 times. Just didn't resonate with me at all. Didn't enjoy it at all.
Well, it's just a lot of violence. So if violence,
yeah. I don't mind violence. I mean, let's face it, The Last of Us is bloody violent.
Yeah.
So I quite like killing zombies.
Yeah.
You can't beat.
It doesn't.
I had Red Dead Redemption, and there was a plugin where you could turn everybody into zombies, and I loved that.
I remember that. They
had
that on Call of Duty. They had a zombie mode of Call of Duty as well.
Yeah, you paid for it and downloaded the zombie mode. And out there I was going around shooting all the Red Dead zombies. It's fantastic.
Red Dead's a very clever open world game, though.
It is. It's so big. It's so massive. Yeah.
Keep talking about zombies. I have to go to the small room for
Okay.
for a second.
It's
Yeah, my nephew, I live vicariously through his Xbox for a while because I wasn't buying games. But for like his birthday and stuff, I'd buy him some cool stuff.
Hidden
to go play.
Agenda. Robbie's just told me Hidden Agenda is
Agenda?
the game I'm playing at the moment.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how long it is. I don't think it's particularly long. In fact, I haven't played it this week. But I'll play for, like, say, 10 or 15 minutes, and maybe after lunch or something like that if I've got a bit more time. But not for too long.
But while Goo's talking about the Blade Runner game that Kent and I are always talking about, you just put it on the scene where you go on the balcony and let the music play and let the ships go by. It's very fun.
Really?
It's just, you just sit there. It's like a screensaver. It's beautiful.
Nice. Yeah, nothing like, disappearing down into a world.
Exactly. Yeah.
It was pretty well made for the time. Yeah, it was, but it was expensive. It was like, I think when I bought it, it was like $65.
Wow.
Yeah, for a PC game that was kind of expensive back then. So.
I mean, I haven't had a PC for years, but I used to play some games on the PC. But there were Quake, Doom, all those sort of classic. I loved them. I used to be sat there late at night, headphones on, and actually with headphones on, they were really good.
The best was Quake and
Quake 2,
Deathmatch Arena with a bunch of people online.
And
special maps, low gravity maps, rocket launchers is so much fun. Oh man, that's great.
It's
Same
with the.
I stopped playing them soon after that period for some reason. We used to. Of course, there was Wolfenstein first.
Yeah, that was a great period because you had all that stuff. You had the Thief series.
Wolfenstein was first. Yeah.
You had Thief. You had Interstate 76, where it's like.
Don't know that.
It's like Dukes of Hazzard meets Death Race 2000 meets like 70s movies and stuff. Is a really fun game. And you had System Shock 2. You had a whole bunch of stuff. Die by the Sword, where you can actually recreate the kind of the Black Knight scene and Monty Python and the Holy Grail. With you're basically hacking limbs off characters, and then you can actually pick their limbs up and hit them with their own limbs. So it's really great. And while he's doing it, he's like talking smack. He's like, "You taffer, you." He's beating him up.
Does it with attitude.
Oh, it's great. It's glorious.
I have to say, I'm pretty crap at playing games though. I usually play them on the easiest mode. That's not quite true of Last of Us, because I played Last of Us 1 quite a bit. I did play it on whatever the one shot kill mode, the highest mode. But it was after I'd played it a lot, But I consider myself to be pretty crap at playing games.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I've got to disconnect and reconnect.
Like interactive movies, just go play it.
Absolutely. They are. They're just, I mean, because I know, and the game, Last of Us 1 is the game that I've played more than anything else. I've probably played it since I got it. I had it on PS3 at first, and then
I've only seen the show. I haven't played the games.
Oh, the games! And it's not too long, so you can, if you've played it a few times, you can do it in a couple of hours. The Last of Us 2 is very long. I mean, it was 20 hours plus that I played it, but I would go and play every element to it if possible.
The last game I reloaded was I have the go on GOG, the Great Old Games or Good Old Games, whatever it's called, and get like the budget stuff from all the throwback games are always on sale for like $2, $5, whatever it is. Stuff I already have on CD, but who knows where the hell it is. And they patch it so it works on modern OSs.
All right.
So it's like trouble free. It works, and these are old games, but they just work. Yeah. And they have. Soldier of Fortune was a classic. It's super, super violent. I mean, you go up to a character and you shoot the leg, and the leg goes flowing off. And he's like, he's screaming and blood shooting out of his leg with a bone sticking out of it. And it's very realistic, like military simulator.
Yeah.
But it's a fun shoot 'em up. So
I haven't played much. I remember Fort Apocalypse. It was on Commodore 64 some years ago.
All right, yeah.
Where you were flying a helicopter and avoiding lasers and all that stuff, and in tunnels, and it was a great game.
I do remember quite enjoying playing Resident Evil 4. Played that a few
Won the
times.
Village.
No, it's now the Village. They've remade it, I think. I don't think it's
But
quite
it's all
the same.
people. It's not zombies, right?
Well, there's a bit of both, I think. Not,
But it's mostly like weird people.
Yeah. Weird people, yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously plenty of monsters in that. And I played that a few times. That was on GameCube, I think. I remember I bought a gun, a light gun. And that was great. It was actually playing rather than just playing with the controller. Playing with a gun was great fun. Stood there, it was brilliant.
My favorite's still the original with all the bad acting in it.
I can't
And when they had a re-release on is it GameCube or Sega Saturn or something like that, they had redone the acting because Capcom got wise to people goofing on the acting.
I can't remember.
Made a better version of it.
I do remember playing it. It was a very. I have played it. It was a very simple, almost platform game, wasn't it?
Well, they had to be because the limited
you go into
PlayStation 1 had limited horsepower.
Yeah.
So they only could render the characters and objects in the scene. Everything else was fixed graphics.
Yeah, that was it.
Everything had to match. So I give it a cinematic look, but it was really made for the mechanics.
I don't think I got through all of it. If I think about it, I actually recently because I bought the Resident Evil. Was it Resident Evil the films?
Oh yeah, I'm not a Paul W.S. Anderson fan.
Yeah,
Mila Jovovich.
Yeah, I mean, she's great. I watched the first one again. I've not seen all of them, but for 15 quid you could buy all 6 movies together. And I thought, well, I've seen the first one before, but I don't even know if I've seen the second one, really.
So George Romero was supposed to make the first one, and some deal fell through. And there's some footage out there of his early shots he was working on. They made a trailer for it.
Yeah.
And it just didn't. It fell through, and they gave it to Paul W.S. Anderson. So.
I mean, it was better than I remember. Watching the second time.
It's not. It's not horrible, but I don't like his style. What's the one in space with the haunted ship?
I'm not.
It's like a portal to hell opens up, and drawing a blank on it. It's like way overacted, totally crazy scenario. It's entertaining, right? But it's not a great movie. Event Horizon.
Event Horizon, yeah.
And then
it's
I went and saw that. And then he did the original Mortal Kombat movie, which is pretty bad too. So.
I didn't get through the Mortal Kombat movie.
It was bad.
I made half of it actually.
That's Paul W.S. Anderson.
Yeah. There's you might not have it in America and in Australia, but there's a film just come out on, I think it's on Netflix here, called The Gorge. And it's sort of it's a bit sci-fi, but you've got 2 soldiers, one man, one woman, on the opposite side. It's opposite side of this massive gorge, and there's creatures down the gorge that they've got to stop from getting out. We watched it as a popcorn movie last Saturday night. It was great. It was really good, so it's worth a watch if you get a chance.
I've heard that one.
I mean, I thought the name. I think it's either last year or this year. I can't remember who the 2 actors were in it, but they're well known. But he just had a terrible name, to watch a film called The Gorge. I thought you could have called it something better than that, but the film was better than the name of the
they could call it
title.
The Chasm or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's on Apple. Darren says. So it wasn't Netflix. So if you've got Apple TV,
Yeah, I've not seen that.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed it. And actually, Jane enjoyed it as well, which is,
I haven't watched much lately. I watched the Reacher stuff and the There was an Origin series for the Dexter show that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, I never got through. I think I watched the first series of Dexter and didn't watch it after that. Really, I thought it was okay.
Yeah,
and I thought, well, I wouldn't want to.
it's very dark comedy.
Yeah.
It's, super violent and
Oh
but
yeah,
it has a lot of humor in it.
I,
So.
I think the first, the old series from the early 2000 was boring, but the new ones, all of the new ones are good.
all right. Yeah, I don't fancy that. Yeah, if and Kev Human says it fell off after season 3. I never made it that far. Really.
Yeah, I stuck with it anyway just because I like the character. But yeah, everything can't last. I mean, not everything's Breaking Bad where it blows through all the way to the end.
Do you know? I think I watched the first 2 series of Breaking Bad, and for some reason we just stopped watching it.
Oh man, the end it actually ends well.
Oh,
the
good.
few series that actually ends well.
Yeah.
Because most of the time, they're ready to end is because they ran out of
Oh,
ideas.
they're running out of
money,
ideas.
or they're
Yeah.
hurrying up to finish so they can tie it up.
Yeah.
And they finished it. It was good. So
Yeah.
Did anyone find the end of Battlestar Galactica satisfying?
I never.
I
No.
love the show, but yeah, it was,
I can't remember the end, but it was good.
I can't remember how many series I got into. I watched most of it. I didn't watch the ending, that's for sure.
Stargate Universe.
I never really got into Stargate apart from the original movie.
the universe is pretty good on the ship. Yeah, I've been watching some of that. Yeah, it's pretty-
That only lasted a season, didn't it?
No, it's several seasons.
Yeah, 2 seasons, and then it got cancelled. Everything got cancelled at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was how many seasons was there?
Well, they also had it's not just
Shows
3
were just
Stargate
waiting.
series. Yeah, they're just they're too many series.
Yeah, SG-1 and Stargate Universe and Stargate Atlantis.
Yeah.
Yeah, Atlantis. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I got to Battlestar Galactica season 4. I got to where what's his face was fat. What's the?
Oh yeah, the
Yeah. Was that season 2 or season 3?
I forget.
There's also The Expanse.
Yeah, Expanse was good.
Do you know? I should come. I think we looked at the first few episodes of that, and for some reason we didn't stick with it. And I don't know why.
It got super weird when they had all the alien stuff later on, but it was.
Yeah, and one of the characters who got used, he got used in a lot of shows at the time, and he was really bad then. He got better during the show, but he could scare you away in season 1. Yes. I can't remember his name.
It's a main character.
I never watched Babylon 5 actually. Jane
often
Boyce watched
unshaped.
Babylon 5.
Babylon
I never
5
got
is,
into that.
is epic sci-fi, but not everyone's
Yeah.
into it.
No, I did watch some of DS9.
On.
Yeah, watched quite a bit of DS9 actually.
Oh,
DS9 ramped up. It got better
It's all
as
the
it got
founders' fault.
further down the road.
I've never been into the Star Trek universe. I like the movies, but not the series.
I liked Next Gen. The original Next Gen
really good.
It was great. Actually, I watched all of them. What was the one? Is it Voyager? The one where they're lost?
Yeah.
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 Jane and the boys watched that. I sort of watched the first few episodes and it's Janeway, isn't it?
Janeway.
Yeah, and
There are a lot of good episodes, but as a whole, it's not my favorite.
no, and I sort of would catch the odd one if I was in the room at the same time, but I was never engaged with it really. So, but Jane watched it right the way till the end. You
Yeah. Oh, here comes your
talking the
drink.
devil.
We were just already grabbed me.
Somebody say, where's your tea?
Somebody's
No,
ears are
we're
burning.
talking about sci-fi. I'm talking about you can't hear them, but I'm talking about Voyager, and you watched all the Voyager and loved it,
gosh,
and
yeah.
I didn't really buy into
Twice,
it.
I think.
Twice. She says twice. You can hear
Hi,
her.
everybody.
Yeah. Saying hi. Okay. Thanks, darling.
Hey.
See you later. Ta-ra.
Well, all of those earlier Star Treks are so much better than the newer stuff. It's garbage.
Yeah,
I hate that new stuff.
I haven't watched anything. I mean, it's like is it owned by? Is it Disney who owns it now? Whoever owns it now, It's just
Well,
overkill.
After
It's like-
J.J. Abrams made his movies of the new stuff, they call the Kelvin universe.
Oh no, I
And
didn't watch
then,
any of that.
Oh, the new. Yep. Yeah.
That Kurtzman guy took over as producer, writer, and stuff. He's the touch of death. Everything he touches, the Dark Universe from that Tom Cruise vampire movie that failed horribly.
Oh yeah.
He wrote that, or he was part of that. He did the Electro Spider-Man. He was part of that with Jamie Foxx. That was terrible. And all this recent Star Trek stuff. Everything he touches turns to shit.
Yeah. Well, I was talking about the Western three body problem. You mean your three body problem?
Body problem.
Oh, that's good.
I mean,
That's good.
I mean, there's. I've seen the.
It's good, yeah.
Is it the American first series of the three body problem?
Yeah.
I've read the book. I liked the book a lot.
I haven't seen the Chinese one, but I did see it.
And I know the Chinese one's on streaming now, isn't it? I haven't looked at it, but the book's great. Actually, the first book's great.
The American one, the start with the Chinese Revolution stuff is brutal.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Her father gets
Yeah,
beat to death.
well,
Holy shit,
and actually, that's exactly how it is in the book.
yeah.
Exactly, because it's Chinese written. There's a lot of
Yeah.
not subtitles. There's lots of stuff at the bottom that you have to read to put it in context. But it's a good read. It was like I say, it was Matt who switched me onto it. He said, "You got to read this. It's your sort of thing."
Yeah, no, it was good.
What about Stranger Things?
I love I love the music. The music on
Yeah.
Stranger Things is great. I thought the last series was a bit stretched.
They all start to peter out.
Yeah,
down.
the first. We've had 3 series now, haven't we? Yeah, the first 2 series I thought were good.
The final season is about to come.
Yeah, but I did like the earlier series, and it harked back to the sort of 80s thing and all of that, didn't it? It's nostalgic TV, really.
Yeah.
But I have to say they played that Kate Bush song a little bit too much.
Oh, absolutely.
A little bit too much.
Yeah. I can still see that scene where she's there and they keep playing the Kate Bush, running up that hill. Yeah. Anyway, it bought Kate Bush under the house, didn't it?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Revival.
Yeah, she could afford to keep her Fairlight.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Should we end the show now?
Yeah, can do.
Yeah.
It's a good time, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's late in Perth.
Yeah. Well done, Henrick. Well done, Chris. You did all the work. We were just here.
Yep.
You did all the heavy lifting. We just sat around and went, yeah, no, yeah.
Yes.
Chris did a lot of it. I'll say.
Well done, guys.
You're
I
welcome,
didn't do
people.
much. I just hosted it.
We try to give you a show even when it's not
prepared
here.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's Henrik's senior
I'm not
stream
scared
this
to look at
evening.
it back now.
You might see some of us again tonight.
Are you watching the shows afterwards?
The only thing I do is I just watch right at the beginning just to check that my volume's okay. That you can still hear me. I know everybody tells me I can hear, but I have this thing. I just check the beginning of what I say, but and I don't watch back. If I miss a show, if I'm not on a show, I'll watch it. But I'll watch it. Yeah.
Yeah. Same here. Same here. In the beginning, I watched all the shows afterwards again.
Yeah.
I don't do that
Oh, wow.
anymore. Yeah, in the beginning.
There's almost too many
Long
shows
time
on
ago.
now, though, isn't there? Because there's something every day. At least twice a day in some cases.
Yeah, it's getting so you have to kind of skip things, but often I go back through the thing, through the history and go, that was
because I was out
Chinese
last night. I finally got to watch Sonic Talk from Wednesday this morning. So I still haven't seen PSN from last night yet. So that'll be sometime over the weekend.
Yeah. The only reason I ever watch any of my stuff back, my own streams, is because I like reading the chat. I miss a lot on walking around the camera or something like that.
Yeah.
And I just get a crack up out of the chat that I missed. Oh man, that was great. I wish I had seen that.
I do prefer it when shows they have the chat there afterwards, because not all of them do.
Yeah.
So mine gets stripped sometimes for no reason, but I never edit mine because I want the chat to stay there.
Right. I wondered if it was a choice.
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah. There is in general, but also when a stream ends, it usually takes, 10
about
to 20,
24 hours,
30 minutes.
So
Sometimes longer.
Wagyu didn't watch PSN. He was out gallivanting with Girls' School and Saxon. Are they the new jelly wrestlers then? Sorry, Wagyu.
No, that was synthesizers.
He showed up near the end. He was talking about the Stonehenge monument coming from the ceiling. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So the dwarf doesn't trot upon it, right? So
Brilliant.
Can we fix the choreography?
Okay, but thank you all for being here.
No, thank you. Thanks for doing it.
Yeah, thanks for doing it. Good job, guys.
But Henrick, make sure you plug your own show.
Absolutely, for tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock UK time.
Yeah. I'll only be able to be there till about half past 9, Henrik. Is that right?
Yeah,
I'll be there till about 9:30.
Yeah, I'll be there too.
Yeah.
And hope to see you there, Chris.
It's the middle of the night,
middle
isn't
of
it?
the night.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's 4 hours from now.
If I don't fall asleep.
4.5. 3.5.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's see.
Nothing more than getting up at 3 a.m. in the morning.
So, but Ian and Chris, we will see you, and we will have other guests then. Manny will come, and
great.
Who was it? Besides, can you remember, Andy?
I'll be there as usual. Just I can't remember who else you invited who said yes.
Let's see here.
You had a list of people, but I didn't hear back all the positives.
Howard and Tim Dale is coming too.
Oh, great.
And David is coming. So, besides Ian and Andy.
Brilliant.
So,
I look forward to that.
So it will be a great show, I hope.
Good stuff.
So yeah. So
you have a great show.
Thanks, Chris. We'll see you next week, matey. Have a good week.
And I'll watch it. No worries.
Thanks for all your
It's a sensible time.
And, you're welcome. You're welcome. It's it's challenging, but I trying to grow as a streamer, I guess you could.
Thank you, all chatters. I already thanked you in the chat, but also here. So, see you next time.
Cheers, guys.
Though next time is with Ranzee.
Bye now.
Bye.
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 See you, folks.